Hey guys, this is your boy Marcus and welcome back to the Marcus Mafia episode number 43. Now, as you can see, this is going to be a little bit out of place in the actual video because of the fact that this guy lag quitted on me, Alpacino76410. He is a cheater and I needed to report him as quickly as possible. I've already reported him already 3 times, and the best way for you to do this now is you can just actually, sometimes you can provide evidence, so you can just link this video and say, yeah, he lag quitted, as you can see. You'll see what I'm talking about. But as you see, Peroty's on the ball here. He does more right football through to Saha. Saha gets round the player. Great finish past Mandanda in the bottom corner. Now, from kickoff, he gives it the ball eventually straight back to me. And like, it's going okay. I mean, Perkins gets the ball here. He just pings it forward, but so unlikely. Goes straight through to Antonio Castano, who I actually buy in this episode, and he just pops it just wide of the post, which is just like a bit unfortunate. But in the 36th minute, for no reason, he loses the ball eventually. I get the ball off Louis Saha, and this, I've not cut anything out, the game just stops. And I'm like, alright then, fair enough, stop the game. But look, establishing communication, blah blah blah, game pitch goes to black screen, and it's still establishing communications, and look what happens. So, the match reabandons its communications if the other user has been lost, and there will be no change to your rating of this match as deemed void. He lag quitted, he cheated, so just go into the description and copy what I wrote in the what's it called? Brackets. I'll call them brackets, and just go to the link in the description as well, which is for reporting cheaters, and there you go. But yeah, into the actual start of the episode, the actual real start of the episode. This episode's a very bloody long episode. It's like 20 minutes long. We get faced up with a guy who has an alright team, 799 strength, better rating than me. But this episode has 9 matches in it, 8 remaining, because that match, technically at the beginning, was counted as a match. But he has quite a strong team, like Turnell Bao, he's got Di Natale, he's got Palacio, I've got Palacio as well, but he's not happy. He's also got Janik, Kallstrom, Kandreva, Julio Cesar, Kasani, Akasiet, Otamendi, and Anania in goal, and Anania's not really that good in goal, but he's not got Van der March or anyone. And I'm just like, yeah, fun times with the beasts. But as you can see, I'm not bought Antonio Castano yet, because that comes out later on. I think I was after not the next game, but maybe the game after that. But in the 22nd minute here, I'm on the ball for Osvaldo, and I'm running a bit, pass it through to Cabai, and Cabai, he's been the best buy ever. Johan Cabai is an absolute beast. He pops into the back of the net, I'm like, yes. In the 34th minute here, I can't try and get the ball, can't get it, do really poor defending on the right hand side, and Palacio actually scores against me. And I was like, fair enough. But like I was saying, this guy, he was a great player. He plays the first 2 people I faced against, other than the lag quitter, they play some great football. As you can see, he's got the same pass completion as me. I love seeing a good high pass completion. He's playing some good football, he's hit the bar. I mean, like, he's doing alright. But in the 47th minute here, he plays it through. Perkins eventually gets it, and for some reason he passes it right into the space for Palacio to run. I'm like, I really should have played offside, but he ends up hitting it back. I think it's to Di Natale, and Di Natale actually pops it away, and I was like, fair enough. But this guy was good, so it wasn't like being that bad. He ends up actually hitting the bar there. It's really unfortunate, and Church just grabs it in his hands like an absolute beast that he is. But Cabai here on the ball plays a great football through to Osvaldo. He tries to push him over. Osvaldo's not going to get pushed over anytime soon. Osvaldo just tries to get past the keeper, but the keeper makes a great save, big Anania. But from the resulting corner kick, I get the ball to Cabai here. He hits it down to Peroty, and look at this for a finish. Look at that. He chips it up. I chipped it up, and I just flinged it into the top corner. Great goal. But a little bit of counter-attacking football here again, as you know what I'm used to. Cabai on the ball here, chips a great through ball through to Osvaldo, and Osvaldo is so good. Like, he's not too fast, but his finishing is bloody amazing. Look at that for a finish. Pass, not very good goalkeeper, and 3-2 final score. Yeah, 3-2 final score. That's actually it. I end up hitting the post with Peroty there, and that's it. I mean, like, the game was awesome. It was such a good game. There, Perkins gets hit with the ball straight in the ball sack, and yeah. So yes, 3-2 final score against Santos FC, and this guy actually sent me a GG, and I was like, no RE, nah. Never. He actually sent me a good game. I was like, fair enough. It was a good game, so I can't be really wrong for that. He had the 70% pass completion. It's quite low, but after a while, he ended up just pinging the ball through constantly. If you can't really tell, I've got a cold, so I've got a cough. Not really a cold. I don't get colds, I get coughs. But yeah, player ratings, Kabai, man of the match, absolute beast that he is, got 7.5 rating, 2 assists and 1 goal, which is pretty special. And as I think it was Mo Messi wanted, or someone wanted in the comments, he wanted to know how much money I get after the end of the match. I got 2.8 million for a win, and I think 1.8 million if I lose, and I think 2.1 million if I draw. Pretty good, because my PES bonus gives you an extra 300 grand, which is great actually. Into the second match. Like I was saying, I'm taking the third match, but like I was saying, these two matches, these were the best players I've played with in MLO in about, what, 6 months? 6 months of playing the game? Yeah, that's how ridiculous it's been. I mean, this guy, he didn't have too good a team. He had Adebayor and like players that, like Adebayor I think was his best player, and like he played alright football, not the best. I mean, I've played better, I've seen other people play better, but I played a nice little bit of goal in the first minute, in the first couple of minutes here. Get the ball through to Perotti, and Perotti again, look at that for a finish. Nice finesse into the top corner, but from kickoff he just goes, I'm Adebayor, passes it back, passes it forward, passes it back, does about 4 passes for you, just pings it straight through to Manuel Adebayor. I was actually marking him with Kabai, didn't really do a good job, lost track of him, and he pops into the back of the net. But in the 14th minute here, Perotti on the ball. I mean, like, Perotti's just played so good for me, passes it through to Osvaldo through to Johan Kabai, and look at that for a nice little finesse into the bottom corner. So, I mean, like, I'm probably not dominating, but I mean, I'm doing an alright job. Kabai gets, not fouled, he actually gets the ball, it's a good tackle on him, and at half time it's 2-1. So I've had 55 possession, and he says 75%, no, I've had 75% pass completion. 70% is reasonable. I'm not going to go anything lower than that. I think I'm going to go lower than that in this episode actually, but in the 46th minute here, Osvaldo gets a great shot away, and this is absolutely hilarious. He tries to like skin me with his left back, doesn't really work, and Palacio just steals it off him and pops it into the back of the net for basically not a winner, but well, of course I did win. I was winning the game anyway before, but it was a great game in the end. In the end, he actually had 64 pass completion, which is a bit low, but like the majority of people, when they start losing, they just start spamming it through over and over again. I had 79% pass completion, which is pretty low by my standard. But Osvaldo there, man of the match, he's, like I was saying, he's a great player. Again, I show off the 2.6 million, which I actually get for winning a match. Now, to the 4th match of this episode, and it's against a guy who has a much less team strength than me, but a higher rating. So what the hell has he done? What's he doing? He's got Jordan Ayew, he's got Kulu, Allen, Dotan. It's not bad. But look at the bench. Got Barreto, who's not that bad. Sigurdsson, no, nothing wrong with that. Oh, he's got bloody Van der Merch on the bench. And I've started to notice this is a pattern of what actually happens with players. And the ridiculous thing is, everyone who has a rating above 800, every single time you get a rating above 800, whoever you play, they will most likely have Van der Merch in their team. I mean, in the 13th minute here, I get through with Saha, get a shot away, keeper makes a good save, but Saha pops in the rebound. But every single person you face will have, most likely about 85%, no, say 95% of the time they will have Van der Merch, which is ridiculous. So out of 100 games you can play, 95 of them will have Van der Merch. It is a bit ridiculous, it's quite a high stat, but it's probably true. But in the 29th minute here, I get the ball back to Saha, keeper makes a great save, Perotti tries to get a shot away, can't really get away, Saha gets a shot away, it hits off the defender online onto the post, but onto the back of the defender, and I end up scoring. But in the 31st minute, Palombo here on the ball, passes it, a great pass through to Luis Saha, and look at that for a finish. Luis Saha as well is a great finisher of the ball. So I'm just like, fair enough, so he's not got Van der Merch on yet. It's still 3-1 at half time, he's a 71% pass completion, had 80, which is like basically my average, and like it's not going bad. But in the 51st minute here, full power pass to his right midfielder, full power pass through to Van der Merch, and Van der Merch, like I've said several times before, is insanely overrated. He hits it in, I think it's to Hulk, and Hulk pops it into the back of the net, and I was like, it's Barreto, sorry. So Barreto was just like an absolute prick. But there, he gets the ball off me, Van der Merch not even made a run yet, and he already passes it through to him. He actually hits the post, but it comes back to him, and he pops in the rebound for a 3-3, and I was just like, you don't deserve this, mate, at all. So he gets on the ball here with Kalu, and passes it, just another straight pass, full assisted pass through to Hulk or Barreto, and pops it in again. Another full through ball pass through to Barreto, and Barreto pops it in again. So it's 5-3, and I've been absolutely destroyed. And like his keeper was just like pulling out all these magical saves like that one, and I was just like, alright then. So Perkles takes out Van der Merch once, and like the thing with Van der Merch is that he's meant to be like a 35-year-old, so he really should just be like not fast at all. That's one. and he should be like getting like injured after every tackle. But in the 90th minute, they're really poor defending. He passes it back and he sweats it in for 6-3. And I was like, and then at kickoff, for some reason they just give the ball back. I was just like, what are you doing? He pings it through again. Perquist can't keep up with big Van der Merch, and I just hack him. I was like, I'm having none of this crap. So Perquist gets a straight red card. I think it's Kalu takes the penalty. I actually jumped the right way, but I don't save it. Kick off, and I lose 7-3. But I think it's the only game actually. I lost quite a lot of games, but that one just wasn't deserved at all. I mean, Van der Merch gets man of the match. I was like, prick. I got 1.5 million for actually losing, which is not too bad. And here Palacio, I actually get rid of him. He's done absolutely nothing for me, really. He scored maybe about 4 goals in 10 appearances. That's pretty crap. So I go out and actually buy Antonio Cassano, who's actually in the very first game of the episode, the one who cheated on me. Because I think Cassano is an 86 in attacking midfield. He's now my highest rated player I actually have. Him, Hummel is 86, Baines is 85, Hummels is 84 in centre back, but in defence midfield where I actually play him, he's 86. But into the next match of the episode, and if I can remember correctly, this guy is very, very, very unlucky to not win this match. Like, very, very unlucky. As you see, I'm playing with a little, like, new formation, a 4-2-3-1 formation, and it worked alright. I mean, it could have worked worse. But you had the likes of Van Persie, Neuer, like, when you go up against these sort of players, you need to sort of be a bit more, hey, what's it called? You need to be a bit more conservative. You have to like sort of take your chances more. But in the 22nd minute, look at that for a finish from Eto'o. Some sort of like chipped attempt into the top corner. It's a great goal, to be fair. But in the 36th minute, Cassano gets through and he actually hits the post. And like, in this episode, I hit the post so many times. I'm not sure I showed all of them. But in the 45th minute here, Fletcher gets a shot away. Neuer makes a great save, and I was like, fair enough. So from the corner kick, Cabai hits it in, and I'm just like, don't blow for the whistle, don't blow for the whistle. Baines hits it back to Perquist. Perquist ends up not even getting it, but he ends up not fouling. He ends up slide tackling. Eventually, Hummels passes it to Howardez, of all people, who pings it into the top corner. Howardez. He's not even that good. He's an 80 rated centre back, and he's scoring goals like that. So his first goal for the club is as a pinger into the top corner, an absolute beast of a shot. I mean, I know it's only like 25 yards, like 3 yards out, but for a centre back to score from that is pretty impressive. But as you can see, I've only had 3 shots, 2 on target. He's actually like been outplaying me all over the place, and he did deserve to win this match. But you'll see what happens in the second half. So yeah, into the second half, 69 minutes on the clock. He gets the ball here, passes it to Van Persie. Okay, and look at this. This is how unfortunate he was. He hit the bar, it hit the post. He hit the post, it hit off the other post. It came back to him. He ran in, actually got to it, and then I think it was Hummels ends up blocking it on the line. I was just like, holy crap. In the 76th minute here, he's gonna shoot at Van Persie. I was like, oh, I'm gonna slide tackle. He actually completely rapes me there. Like, he actually, like, fair play to him. This was a guy who wrote GG, good game afterwards. Another person who does it, and it's a nice thing, like, to be fair. But in the 83rd minute here, Palombo, driving run from midfield, gets fouled. I pick up the ball with Cabai, and there's like, Cabai. And then end up coming inside. Cassano makes a run on the outside. Cassano play it through, and Cassano with a great finish past Neuer into the bottom corner. And in the 90th minute here, Van Persie's about to get a shot away, and Perquist makes possibly the best tackle I've ever seen in my life. He ends up hitting it back in eventually, and Palombo gets it and ping it through. I just ping it through because there was no need to like try and do normal pass-up play. And it was 2-2 the final score. But look at that. I had 4 shots, 3 on target. He had 13 for 5. He had a hell lot more possession. I mean, he played much better football. But I was like, good game, man. You were really unlucky, unfortunate to not win. And he was like, yeah, I know. I was like, fair enough. But I feel like after the draw, I actually got 2.2 million, which wasn't that bad. So into the next match of this episode, it's against a guy who has a better team strength than me. Rating is a little bit less than mine. And again, he's got Van der Merch up front. Every single bloody person I face has Van der Merch somewhere. I mean, even the guy before who I said good game with, who deserved to technically win, he actually had Van der Merch on. But this guy just kept pinging it through over and over to Via, Van der Merch and Podolski. He got the ball with Van der Merch. There are some stupid skills of him. I was just like, quite poor defending because I thought he was going to cut it back. He actually ends up going just through and scoring with David Villa. I'm not going to show any other results from this because it was ridiculous. 65% pass completion. What are you doing with your life if all you do is just ping it through over and over again? But as you know me, I'm very good from kickoff. So from kickoff, I passed the ball back, and I'm just like, he's brought on Obafemi Martins for Van der Merch, so I was like, alright then, he's going to give him a little bit of a rest. And in I just passed it out, just doing what I do best. Get the Baines is just like, I'm Baines, passes it through to Perotti, down to Saha into Kabai, and Kabai to Cassano, and Cassano's just like, I'll take that all day, and pops into the back of the net. Like, Cassano's been an absolute beast. But in the 75th minute here, I lose the ball for Osvaldo, and he's already pinged it through before Martins even made the run. He's already pinged it through. I try and foul him, can't foul him, and he pops into the back of the net for a 2-1 win. And I was just like, I was so infuriated, because look at that. I had 16 shots, 10 on target. He had 68 pass completion. I mean, in the last game, yes, I was fortunate to win, but at least my pass completion was about 70 odds. I mean, look at that, okay? His man of the match is, Villa was man of the match with a 6.5 rating. I had 2 players on 7 and 1 on 7.5. It was Kabai. How is that fair? Then in the next match, okay, this guy, he was pretty good. I mean, he had Pereira at the back, Sergio Ramos defense in midfield. He was playing an alright formation. He had Van der Merch and Martins on the bench, like every single other bloody person you face in your life. And my team was unbelievably depleted of stamina, and I really need to change everything. So Kieran Clark came in and the likes of that. But Kieran Clark, he's so good. Like, for basically a player who's 70 rated in defensive midfielder, he's an absolute beast. I mean, look at this for a goal. Clark on the ball, he's just like, I'm gonna muscle everyone off it. And look at that for a strike into the bottom corner. He's like a cheaper version of Charlie Mulgrew. He's an absolute legend. But in the 23rd minute here, he ends up chipping me, I think it was a Ozil. And yeah, so half time, it's 1-0. I've had 2 shots, 2 on target. He's at 6 for 4. He maybe deserves to be ahead. And I was just like, fair enough. But again, like I said, I'm good from kickoff. Kieran Clark on the ball, just like, I'm Kieran Clark. Pass it through to Mulgrew. I don't even think Kieran Clark even sounds like that. I end up chipping it through to Perotti. I'm like, I am Perotti, Diego Perotti. And I pass it back to Osvaldo, and Osvaldo pops in the back in net. He is so good, but he misses I think he misses a golden chance in this episode, in this match actually, if I can remember correctly. But again, we face another guy who just likes to ping it through. He pings it through. Kabai can't really keep up. I think it's with Almander, but this is the most fortunate penalty decision you'll ever see in your life. He's taking the shot, okay? The keeper's made the save, and I take him out with the keeper takes him out, and the ref gives a yellow card and a penalty. Explain that to me. It's ridiculous. But in the 82nd minute here, Osvaldo through and goal. Yeah, he misses his shot. He misses it, and I was just like, oh, I was like so infuriated, but it was okay. I mean, I brought it back a little bit. 8 shots, 6 on target, 10 for 7. Maybe he deserved to win, but a draw was maybe good enough. But Osvaldo got man of the match, which is that was unpredictable considering that he only scored 1, and he should have technically scored another one. But my PES bonus gave me an extra 300 grand for get a 1.8 million for that win, for that draw, sorry. But I got him actually by Mesto, a right back. He's pretty good. He can play right back, left back, like all midfield positions, like on all front positions. So basically, he's basically a really, really, really good substitute to have. So he plays. I think he plays this match. He doesn't play the next match, or maybe he does. But he's probably going to stay on the bench quite a lot more than you actually would think. And into the next game, we face guys a slightly better team: Eto'o, Lavezzi, Neymar, and Hamsik. I mean, these players are good players. I'm not going against it, but I'm happy that I didn't see any Van der Merch there. Like, really happy, because, like I've been saying, Van der Merch is so goddamn ridiculous. In the 10th minute of the match, Osvaldo should score there. I don't know how he doesn't score. He ends up kicking it straight out to basically to Kabai. Kabai gets to the Cersei, and look at that for finishing into the top corner with his left foot. But in the 15th minute of the game, look at this for a goal from Kabai. He skins 2 players, skins another player, skins another player. It's like, I am Kabai, and look at that. That's such a great finish. This guy actually quits. Like, he just turns his PS3 off. He was just maybe a bit mad that I scored that. I mean, that was one of the best goals I've ever scored in my life. That was just unbelievable. But basically, game doesn't even kick off. He's just like, I'm so mad right now. I'm just gonna go to the cross media bar. Because I thought, oh god, not a lag quitter, but he didn't actually lag quit. He disconnected is what it's called, and I got the win. So that is when you know they've not cheated. When they've cheated, the match is deemed as void. That's what happened at the first match of this episode. But yeah, so I got 1.5 million for that draw, but the whole team got replenished in terms of stamina, and we're into the final match of the episode. This has been a goddamn long episode, and everyone loves a little bit of MLO, but I might not be able to bring it to you next week because I've got a lot of coursework to hand in, but as you can see, another guy. He's got Balotelli, Eto, Honda. That's a pretty good player. He's got like Bon Lahore, pace. But half time, it's 0-0. He's had 5 shots, 4 on target. I've had 0. I played absolutely shocking. I mean, like, the pass completion was more or less a bit equal. And into the 50 odd minutes of this match is when I actually get my first shot on target. And it's from a corner. Cersei takes it, hits it into Osvaldo. He ends up clearing it eventually straight to Hummels. And Hummels has a shot from 40 yards out. Keeper makes a good save, and that was my first shot on target. But in the 55th minute here, Kabay gets fouled off the ball, and I was like, right, I'm going to just ping it into the box. I hit into the box, okay, and I nearly get a shot with Howdes. He ends up, look at this, look at that forward own goal, look at that, that is just shocking play. I'm in the 59th minute here, Kabay on the ball, I'm playing not a good ball through to Osvaldo, and his keeper comes out. I'm just like, I'll just read that please, thank you, and Osvaldo takes it. Now I'm 40 yards out, and look at that for a finish, from about 40 yards out. But then in the 78th minute here, Cersei on the ball, and I'm like, I am Cersei. And Cersei's just like, I'll pass it through to Osvaldo, and like, no one's going to catch Osvaldo. I think he's got Timashuk, tries to hack me, can't hack me. Osvaldo just rounds the keeper. I'm like, I am Osvaldo. And Osvaldo pops in 80 minutes on the clock. But from kickoff, this is absolutely hilarious. He tries to do some good skill, doesn't really do anything, passes it straight to Mesto, who's now playing left midfield, which is a bit ridiculous. Get to Kabay to Osvaldo, Osvaldo to Elm, and I was just like, Elm through to Cersei, and Cersei is just like, I'm going to chip you, Chip City, bitch, Chip City, bitch. Yeah, that was what me and my friends were talking about. We did that last year when we were in the common room playing PES 6. But in the 88th minute, Hummel's on the ball here. I just played great through ball. I just noticed there was a big white dot on the map, and big Osvaldo's through on goal for his hat trick. Will he get it? Will he get it? Chips the keeper. I'm like, oh yes, hits off the post and goes in for his hat trick, his first hat trick for the Marcus Mafia. So I win 5-0, final game, 8 shots, 8 on target. That's what you call bloody being clinical. He had 6 shots, 4 on target, 74 pass completion. I was really happy about that. I didn't say anything at the game after him, but I gave him fair play. I don't show you it, but I did give him fair play. Okay, so Osvaldo got man of the match. I was like, yes. And final innings, got 2.8 million. I was like, yes. So I've only got like 6 odd million to spend. But that's okay in my life. So if you have enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel for more. This is a very long video. Report that guy, go into the description and you will see the thing what you have to write. You don't even have to write, you have to copy it across and report him in the link in the description below, which will have cheaters with a big like dash, and then that's it. So if you have enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel for more, and catch you later.